Hello there! Welcome back to the channel. 4 versus 4 here on what's definitely Alzoc. Look at all that Nova in the centre. A real reason to be out there for once in your GBG lives. We've got that 4v4 here from Granuli put in the channel here. So he's starting up on the Trade Federation in the old pocket position. The other pocket's Smoky Venus here in the Resistance in the red. It's El Snake, the great El Snake here in the blue with the black sun. And then we've got Russian Blunt here with the supervising Glurg. He's playing some Brood War right now. He can't set a rally point on the Gungans in the grey here. And then on the other side of things, we've got, it's Team Captain Arnie here in the teal or the cyan. Playing the Confederacy in a pocket position. We've got Juan Megito here as well in the other pocket position, playing the yellow Wookiees. Attacker Die in the green Galactic Empire, a real classic there. And last but not least, or I guess late, John the Late in the orange with the Republic. And what's the food situation here? We've got four creatures, look like sheep. We've got Rebu getting lured, another Rebu. Cheeky Tauntaun at the start must have ran into the command center there, or he pushed it there, so a little bit of food. Expert killing of the Rebu right there, in between the nursery and the CC. Just absolutely rot maxing here from Arnie. Big brain, I like it. Let's see how that bold strategy pays off for him in the long run here. And what can you do on this map? Well, you can fish. You've got nurseries. You can mounty. And this hopefully is the kind of ice that you can traverse through with boats, which would make things a little bit more interesting if you want to get on the water. Maybe control this Nova in the center, don't know, just kind of see how it works out. Because we could just find that everyone's playing around these crossings in between the wings and kind of just they always do. They always forget like the other crossings on the map. It just gets completely abandoned. Oh, we're really rot maxing all the Rebus today. And I don't know if we've got any early shenanigans. Can nearly not find attack on the map there. That green. Russian Blunt starting the attacks early here with his carbon processor. And 23 health from it. That's a lot of shots. I'm not seeing any early TCs kicking about. John pushing the Tauntaun, or at least trying to. There you go. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, not ideal. Is anyone first order? Nope. It's all good. It's all good in the hood here. And yeah, not really much to talk about right now, right? It's gonna be a little bit chilling out. There's kind of a bit of food though. Shouldn't be too long to really go T2. Arnie's about to start hitting that circle. You've got a crazy amount of carbon though. He's in a pocket position. It's like what, 3 lures and a bunch of other things? It's plenty of food. They're gonna get some farms though, I guess, afterwards. Is that it all? There's another one out here. Evasive. Spending all this carbon that's been accrued. Would be a... You could get probably quite a quick rush off of this though. Is anyone out there capable? Cutting the corners. Maybe the snake. Has he missed any? He's still not tucked into his Tauntauns yet. Does know about them. I think you could effectively get like a few troopers out, get your T2 upgrade for them, and then just like slam all your farms down, right? Trying to get that early damage where your opponent's ready. Nice little bit of shore fish here for John, but kind of exposed on the way there. There's pretty good shore fish opportunities. Arnie, unfortunately, he's kind of too far away to... Seems to be the same for a lot of the pockets here. They're quite far away from the coastline, but the wings have got that opportunity. Even a medium there that looks like you could fish. Trooper popping out, but no power core on the way up. The snakes just went a little bit too much on it. Yeah, and he's built 2 farms as well. Rather than just munch his tauntauns, so... Slow rush for him, unfortunately. And I think we're just going to see a lot of the players just stabilize. Well, Russian Blunt might be my savior here. He is. He's T2. But he's not out in the map. What's happening? And send the boys. Tackle, slow wall everything at this rate. Could be out there moving across while they're getting upgraded to Trooper. He could basically just be killing attack right now. But instead he's hiding. Hiding in the TC. War Center early as well. Actually got a lot of food. I think the core component to his strategy is that he's not building workers right now. Which is pretty bold as well. Let's see where these troopers end up. I certainly had a little bit of time to get some troopers of his own out, but... Rushing could get the range, yep. Could abuse that range against these trooper recruits and then they're not really going to stand a chance. He is closing things off with a prefab here. Russian kind of just needs to I would just run in, tank the damage and kill this and just move in, but... I've got a turret up as well. You could just go at the pocket, I suppose. But I think sitting around is not going to do him any good here. He's to flaunt this trooper lead that he's got right now. I think if he came in earlier, he might have gotten top where the turret was here. Attack mission, missing a lure there. And Russian's just not able to find the damage here. What's happening on the other side of things? I'm getting a little bit of a wall off, still got these workers out here, being a bit bold. Snake not really doing anything with the troopers. Just hanging about. Pretty quiet. We should see Arnie on his way to T3 soon. Just about to press it. 4 on ore. Don't think he's going to do like Fortress. I think he's just going to build a lot of anti-air turrets and double air base. He's going to play very safe, I suppose. Although he's not on Nova. Maybe this is just boom with turrets. Maybe he could go Fortress. He's at 400. I don't know if it has any value that early though, in the Magna cards. You could waddle across the airing pocket, I suppose, and do some good damage. Because the centre of the map's going to remain opening. We'll see. A little bit of repairing there. And everyone fresh and up to date. Russian's troops still not actually been killed here. He's got his war center upgrades, which seems to have scared attack away from him, but not just playing defensive. And Russian get on that medium fish here. Long distance, but I mean, a higher carry rate and everything. We go quicker. Wee bit of a vision there. Russian maybe just thinking about going up to T3, but good looking a little bit lacking. And now that he's lost these troopers, this does open attack up to counter-attack him here. John seems to have deleted his wall a little bit here. The snake's got a fair bit of walling down, but not at the very top here. This bit's kind of open. He doesn't really know that. Maybe a gap here as well. Hard to really see. Not feeling that as well, but unfortunately just doesn't know about that gap. Prefab shelter. Anti-air turret. Let's go and strike max, okay. Getting some upgrades for them here. Arnie's just very, very protective, like it's maybe just a little bit too safe. I don't know. Because I feel like if he sends his strike max out, you kind of keep his opponent's air in their base. so you might not need to just go double turret so quickly. You get like a CC down first or something. John just completely catching Hunter off guard here. Gonna need rescued here from Smoky Venus. Smoky's soon gonna find all these strike mechs, so he's actually gone to the wing. Which is interesting, rather than going for the pocket first. What's the snake doing? Doesn't have any turrets. He's on his way to T3. I've valued making like maybe one turret here. I have to go and hide and wait for the mech to start to pop out. Trying to build the turret now. It's like he can hear me through space and time, but it's all too late, right? It's definitely catching off guard because players are just not used to strike mechs so much these days. Probably not too bad to go to the wing here when it's Smoky Venus pocket because he's like... He's pretty protective and defensive of his wings, so... I wouldn't say it like it's a bad thing, it's just something that can maybe be manipulated a little bit. You can see that Smokey sent all of his fighters here, and the mech destroyer. When you recognise that a player in a pocket position is just building strike mechs, then you know you can like look at this opportunity here with your fighters. You could stop this from happening. You could be putting that counter pressure on. That's exactly what Arnie's worried about in the first place, and why he's built these two turrets in fairly close proximity to one another. Hunter just running away with his workers, which are almost getting gunned down here. They've been saved. That's a lot of idle time, and you can't really kill the strike mech so quickly as well, so this is just not looking like a very good time. Yikes. I can say there. You've got the other pocket gruntingly over here as well. So, a snake forcing his entire team to defend him right now. And for whatever reason, just no one's like counter-attacking. Which means Arnie gets his third turret up here, his command center, and he's going to be fine to just keep adding on to his economy now. The air not really able to harass him much. Unless they got like quite a few of them and just stutter-stepped around. John not felt any pressure at all during all this. Just be quite happy enough just going up to D3, be able to drop down a bunch of command centers. A little bit disagreements about not walling the center or something. Yeah, I think it kind of shows how unfamiliar they are with mech, how it's played, and actually how vulnerable it can be at the start. Because it's definitely not economically as strong as air. I'm gonna catch. He can actually garrison into his mech destroyer here, but not noticed. Didn't need to lose that worker. Yeah, air is a little bit economically stronger because your carbon's not going into the units. You can basically just get it into the next command center, right? And your economic upgrades all cost carbon food as well. Mech kind of a high overhead of just putting the carbon into these strike mechs. And then with air, you're building food nova economy, which helps you get to T4 as well, so. It's just that it seems to be a little bit, I think it would fall behind in quite a few workers here and there. You kind of just need to do the damage. But you certainly don't have to keep Snake down. John's basically going to get a free game here. Look what's happened to the snake. And Smokey's really not done anything on the map. He's just defended Snake now, and now he's just chilling. And can maybe see here is heavy weapons research, which is interesting. Maybe just play for T4 in the turrets. But you could just go into a bunch of strike mechs and come and raid Smoky Venus. It looks like he might just try and beat into T4 and just cancel out his air with turrets or something like that. We'll see. Because that's the real next challenge for this team, being a non-air pocket versus an air pocket over here. Not really much going on the other side, as I would kind of expect. Pack likes to build walls. Russians, kind of like, he's defensively prepared, but not like too offensively prepared. Great like a Trade Federation, but playing air opener. Looks like he wants to transition into D4 strike mechs. You could find some good damage with nobody like wallowing the center. He's on the way to D4 now. He's doing really good to spend all his money. Looks like he's starting to really nail his transitions to the mech here. Getting a bunch of them out. He's got a long way to go with his upgrades. Might need a second war center in all honesty. Because these are bare strike mechs at the moment. Maybe want to just rally them into the center of the map. Pick them up there. And Cornelia and Arnie almost neck and neck going up to C4. Relatively early-ish for non-airsives. Definitely not done too much in T3. Air transport. Maybe planning to build a fortress somewhere. Get the Magna Guards out. I'm assuming here. He's got his units posted there in sort of defense. They got control of this crossing of the wall as well. The snake's really just got vision. It looks like Smoky Venus is about to ruin all of Brunelli's plans at this rate if he gets this wall all the way up. Might wall the strike mechs out. I think these need to be out of the map. Quite a handful of them. Because they've got a long journey to go. Should just be going now while the upgrades come in and trying to get into someone's economy while they're just underprepared for it. And then just play off that momentum. We should expect to see Fortress here for Arnie. Power Core, mech factories first. We'll want a fortress for the cannons and stuff as well. Maybe going to move the units out first, and this would be a very good spot to actually place one. The ore and the Nova. Be a big loss here to the snake. Good mech upgrades here. But you might feel a little bit open if these strike mechs actually get out on the map. But for some reason, they're over here defending Russian Blunt. And Cornelia, I think, has had a pretty solid transition from air to strikes, but he's just not getting out on the map so quickly. I mean, at bare minimum, he should be in Juan Miguel's base right now, blowing up his mech destroyers. And Juan's just having his free boom here, which is not something you want to give Juan Miguel. Where do we stand in terms of everything here? Juan at 119, Smoky 125, Brunelli 116. There's some big booming going along here. Russian 71, Snake 65, Attack 60, these guys there. Struggling a little bit, their workers, making a lot of units and stuff. Looks like Attack did just launch that attack onto Russian, but it's been completely shut down. And now with the strike mechs coming in, it's going to cause them some problems. Or they're going to get walled out by one pummel on 26 HP. I almost just don't feel this is value for Brunelli with how ahead he is of Juan Miguel right now, that I feel like he should just be in his economy. Juan's getting a real big warning sign right now that these units are out, and to prepare for this. He could throw down some like mech destroyers, mech factories, and pump out some mech destroyers. So a couple of assault mechs. Interesting one. A few strike mechs. I don't think there's really anything to resist them at the moment. And certainly not Master Civ here in the pocket, so not really a big worry about that. The assault mechs will get some good value. You could maybe use his transport to just make them a little bit quicker, move them around. And John will like guarding these with some fast fighters here, and yeah, the snake not really going to be too prepared for this. Let's see these workers come across and build the fortress here. Start pumping out those Magna Guards. Be quite good against the Earring Pocket. And Strike Mike's just doing damage to attack here. Pretty much ignoring Wamigato and just giving him a free game. And tank can weather the storm. Not a good sign. No war center upgrades at all for these mech destroyers. Come and defend all of these. And Arnie with a few more strike mechs running into the base here of the snake. Killing off quite a few workers and just pretty much reliant on Smokey to come and try and defend him here, but no shields yet for his air. And it's kind of going to have to be like a big job of attackers is really the only thing I can think of for him to defend this push into the snake's base. And then he might have to get a little bit of a ratio of interceptors as well to defend them. In the pocket here with their air. Into Wan's eco now. As I said, he didn't have many war center upgrades to defend his workers and his mech destroyers, so quite a few going down. And I think if we went to achievements right now, all the units that he's lost are basically just workers, right? And he's up to 40. So many on at war here. Excessive amount. And Arnie just steamrolling through because there's really nothing to fight back. Just some air. And Snake pretty much migrated out of his base already. I'm not seeing any attackers or anything yet. Smokey is T4. I do see them queued up though. Let's have his discount in place. Well, I'm relying on the fighters to try and defend all these strike mechs, but really you just got a lot more and you can keep pumping these out. I think he needs to get over here into like Arnie's economy and stuff and John's economy. Try and just do some damage to them and buy his team some time. Smokey can get the attackers out. They've not really been thinking too much about air. It's not a lot of air either here for John. He's building attackers now himself and looks like he's planning to load them up and try and benefit from that extra DPS or something. All he really needs to do is just have a handful of interceptors to make sure Arnie has no problems from air, because that's the only out that they've got on this side. And one coming in here onto Russian Blunt, who's not the best prepared here, but really he's kind of got him here with his turrets. Maybe be spaced out a little bit more. He's got some batteries as well, so should be good. The only thing holding them back maybe is just garrisoning these extra workers. And the air here, you see John not really taking it seriously, doesn't have enough air there. And now Arnie's forces are under attack from above with no anti-air. And just a handful of interceptors coming. Probably would have made in the last minute or so. And attackers are coming, a lot of attackers too. I don't think there's enough interceptors to beat all of this, so Arnie's army is about to get destroyed. Where are the loaded attackers? Maybe they died. Grenilla getting in here, getting a few kills here and there. Big surge. It looks so many attackers. I don't even know why Smokey's running away. I think he just wins this, and to be honest, I'm kind of sad that he's retreated, because I feel he should just take this opportunity to destroy this army before John can get a bit up his backside and get the interceptors out to defend it. they're over here. Oh dear. Killing strike mechs. And Russian, got these pummels marching forward. Few MDs and that. Carve a hole through. It's a big loss for attack right now, not being able to get onto this Nova and this ore properly. And I'm not seeing anyone grab the centre, but Granuli is pretty much still free to just start throwing strike mechs through the centre of the map. And basically, help defend this by just undermining their economy on this side here. And Smoky doing a good job. I don't even think he needs the MDs. I think this is just even a waste of time for him. He just has to go pure air. And just have enough interceptors to protect all of his attackers. And then he's good. And going now is a good chance. Because it will get problematic if it starts to get like 2 or 3 anti-air turrets with the army. You can see he just wins, and he's going to wipe out everything. Just kind of what happens if you divide the labour up. You know, I'm on ground, you're on air, and there's not enough of the air. Because the ground can't look up. That's buying him a lot of time, and you can see the snake maybe gonna get a bit of a boom going, maybe get some trade. He has Black Sun, so he could get Night Mothers out, which would be quite handy. And then he can start taking away the salt mechs and stuff, and take away cannons and things like that. I do think this is a little bit just too much from Smokey. I think he should, like this carbon for him, he should just be putting it into his trade. So he can keep doing this and just having enough air. I wouldn't mind him having some of his own turrets as well, though. That would be nice. Give him a little bit of an edge. Might ensure that when he loses his interceptors, he doesn't lose all of his attackers, right? He has a retreat point. The other side, kind of back and forth, but it looks like Juan Migito has woken up and he's actually playing Wookiee mech for some reason. Which is a bold one. Not too much going for them, but they do get things cheaper. Granuli's pretty much been putting all his efforts into raiding, which he's still doing. Quite a handful of strike mechs here. We got quite a few workers here of John's. But he will maybe be needed to come and help out a little bit here. So Russians on the grenade troopers, which are going to get pretty good value against Wookiee mech, having no HP upgrades. So maybe needs to get some good shield generators down so they can double their health, get more shots off. And the other team, a little bit later on their trade. But both teams will be going for the trades. Keep that Nova income going into the late game. And Smokey basically just playing as 2 people right now. He did have a pretty good boom going though. Didn't really take much damage. Arnie's push just a little bit lacking at the moment. How's his ecos looking? Up to 158. In the works. Not really much, to be honest. No tech switch or anything. Probably seems a little bit miffed that he's lost his initial push. Kind of lacking in carbon. I don't know if they'll work, but carbon would be nice though. No real problems with the upgrades really. It's truly just run out of money just now. So a lot of time, and look at Black Sun player getting onto this Nova as well. Pretty dangerous Nova, but I mean if he can get those Night Mothers out with such a low unit count, it's going to be very strong. And Republic Black Sun would be kind of an interesting support matchup in terms of Jedi. It's like, wow, they both got it right. Can't read. Both got faith in Purge, right? But you maybe want to give blacks on that a little bit the edge because they just got the Night Sister conversions just a little bit more effective. He already got his cannons out here as well. Ready for this. Just needs to protect them. I think we do need to see these Night Mothers pop out though. It's time for them to... It shouldn't take too much just to get a couple there to the front, right? Get the odd upgrade. You see, all these two need to really do is just make turrets. Anti-air turrets, and it just makes it too difficult for Smokey. Smokey is starting to run low though. He built a lot of stuff, right? We can just see he's got absolutely no Nova. And then he's got to spend Nova as well to get his traders out. So he's going to struggle here for a little bit. Leaning much more heavily into the heavy mech destroyers. What are you up to? Stolen the assault mech. Oh, karate chop there from the workers. The other side of things, got John playing over here on this side. I think he could be doing a lot of damage with attackers here at the moment. I'm not too sure about that. I feel like Wan and Attack are doing okay here. Attack even raiding with some Dart Troopers at the moment. Really only just getting his army out here, switching away from the strike mechs. He's got a lot of anti-air mobiles, he's kind of ready for this, I think. There's really no anti-air here. Smokey can't really afford it right now. Need to see a lot more Night Mothers. Like a lot more. Click. Doing it one at a time. Stealing the odd assault mech though. Seems like the more volatile side, to be honest. Russia should just delete some of these buildings, to be honest. This is a horrible little choke that they're fighting in at the moment. And here's the attackers now. Look how much damage they can do. There's just nothing. There's a handful over here as well. Everything going down now. Smokey really struggling here. Just kind of burnt out resource-wise. Down 50 population. Attacker's just gonna blow everything up for free. Dark Trooper, like how many kills has this guy got? 10, damn. We're trying to push here, but here come these attackers now. Turret up though. Quite a few anti-air mobiles. Seems fine for him. And this side again, just their most vulnerable point. Just gonna need some convert stalling, I guess. I think just anti-air turrets and conversions we can maybe hold for quite a bit. It's whether this side can actually win. Gungan Trooper's not really the strongest. It'd be nice to see some Fambas with this army. Or, you know, a shield generator. Thanks, try to stall these walls. Might actually just be walling their units out at the moment though. Arnie straight into the centre there, grabbing up all that Nova. think Smokey could have done that earlier. He might have had an easier time of it. Can't really fault him too much though, he's playing really well. I'm holding this side. That would have been a... because this was kind of up for grabs, especially when Granuli was just tearing through here with strike mechs, right? I think they maybe just could have done a little bit more to secure that centre and all that Nova. John and Arnie have kind of just waddled over there for free and picked it up. Just because no one else is there. We're starting to see a lot more Night Mothers now. And that's when they're going to start to get really more effective here. It might kind of demand John to have countermeasures in Republic Jedi Masters. Add that anxiety about them getting converted and stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to wall out the centre now. And Granuli and Russian Blunt beginning to march forward. Wookiee mech just not the best. A lot of troop centres down, maybe forcing a change. But probably should have been attack on the mech and the troopers. There's an air cruiser popping out. We've got a lot of conversions there. I'm wondering if we've probably got Purge by now, right? Yeah, Purge for Arnie. So there won't be a changing of the type of blue on these mechs, they'll just explode instead. Damn man, I got a Red Bull. 37 minutes! Ah, this could have been colder. Oh, that's the stuff. There's a master now. He's died. The Purge. And you can see just how much they can stall here. It's really marching through, just in this like time of transition here for Juan Megito an attack. And these Gungan repeaters, they're pretty squishy, but they got the DPS all the same. Out they go. They're 9 range, slapping down that power core. Russian, where are the Fambas, man? Like, I consider it legit when there's a Famba with them. You know, because they're like 90 health. Let's go. 90 health with 1 extra range. Where Famba? So I'm going to be annoying here in the centre, set up some troop centres, going to run them into the economy, see what damage you can do here. See if that maybe helps break things down here on this side, but Magna Guard's getting in here, and there's not a lot against the Magna Guards. It's kind of a unit that Resistance would struggle against. Purely being that they don't get that extra damage upgrade, and they're such a high armor unit, right? But Granuli is just killing everything. So much building damage, 2 cannons, and then all these assault mechs. I don't know, they might need to start like trying to stall this side like Arnie and John. I think the real time for them was like earlier, they just had to win this side quicker. Like I think Smokey would have folded if they put all their might into this side. Like regardless of how good he's been playing. He just, during that time when he had to get his trade up, he was so vulnerable. And they just didn't jump on that, so like quick enough. And now it looks like Granuli and Russian Blunt, there's nothing really to stop them. Granuli's like just killing all the buildings, and then Russian's just running ahead just into the eco, doing tons of damage, and it wouldn't take them long to get to the trade. Mighties might be okay, maybe. I think these things are anti-trooper, but the way they do damage might help breaking them down. doing okay. The best thing they do, I suppose, is that they lock the units in place. Like, intercept them. I mean, these guys were enemies in the Phantom Menace, but they linked up here today. And look what they've achieved. And we can see John sending the attackers over. There's still quite a sizable amount of anti-air here. I'd like to see Russian just pop out like loads of anti-air. I want to see him under this trade with anti-air troopers, man. Gungan ones. That'd be peak. With a Famba. Where's the Fambas, man? There's some 10 range heavy artillery popping out here. And the Night Mothers doing what they can. It's always a problem with these Jedi civs, like, you sort of half kill the player, but it doesn't really take much for them to bounce back and be useful. Just through the conversion stalling. And here's Arnie as well. So many, like, mech factories from attack, but, like, not a huge amount of mech. And he's pretty much lost all of his economy and base now as well. Did get his upgrades, 281, but the repeaters are just going to kill these. Slowly but surely. Now, does Russian have the upgrade? Oh, he does have the potent plasma. Very, very good. Cool trooper tank tree as well. I like it. So they're doing a little bit extra damage on all their projectiles. Doesn't even look like it that much though against mech, eh? It's like they've got a status condition, they're bleeding, they're poisoned. Health slowly going down. And it's really turned from them having like a win condition over here to just like not dying and losing the game over here. Granilli and Russian have grabbed up quite a bit of land. Huge amount of mech factories down here. He's not even finished yet with the shield generator. Anti-air turret. Russian as well, getting those troop centers down as well. And they're keeping going. I feel like without like 10 Jedi showing up and converting half of this, it's a problem. How's Wan doing economically? He's got too many workers, 220 workers, man. He's only got 30 population to make units. Again, Wookiee attackers right now. Gonna need a lot more than 30. He wants to smash all of this. I think Jedi's running down now as well. And wonder what SY planning to do here. He's not really been building anything. He's kind of broke at the moment, is he? He's lost a lot, and they converted turrets, deleted spaceports, and they're messing with their trade right now. He needs that Nova right now as well. He's got some ACs though. Oh, that's nice. He's got 5 ACs. He's just a big setup to stall. I thought we would maybe see this side push back a little bit, but since they're putting all their attention over here to holding Granuli and Russian Blunt. Look at the Grens, man, with their 11 range. Yes, go for the worker. Did you click on this worker, Russian? With your like 11 grenade troopers? Because they ran all the way after him here. Could blow up the assault next, but no, the worker must go down. And in comes Wan with the right unit. Still missing some HP on these though. It's like it's maybe... Is it still? No, it must be their armor, no? Missing a bit. A lot of heavy strike mech as well. Russian struggling with this. Bernoulli's not reinforcing. I'm curious, are they going to fold Some Magnus running around their economy. I didn't even notice this. Arnie just built this little forward and been carving through Granuli's base here. I don't know, it looks like all the attrition damage here is actually catching them quite hard. They might actually hold. What a change in fortune here. Let's save their trade, but oh my god. Smokey's got a lot of just on the ground ones as well. Kinda need the Night Mothers down here. Looks like they're all being killed off by John here. A lot of Masters running in. Oh, he gets a big attack ground on them though. But this fight, nothing to stop those fighters, and all the AC's dying. That might be it for SY. It's GG, he says. He's dirt broke. Dirt poor, broke. No monies. Russian and Granuli's push. I think Russian needs to go into strike mechs. I think flexing a little bit of mech with this would have been brilliant. And look, attack. Even attack's just like bouncing back here. Must have a big trade. And of course they had all this Nova in the center too, and they've like eaten it all. Huh? Attack. What happened? They've all resigned though, but what happened there? It's his big moment, you know, and it's like he's heading to the stage and then he just trips and falls, right? Just like the death animation. Yeah. It looks like it's just too much damage. Like, you got the Magnus running in, they got the Jedi been converting some stuff, and they've not really been able to keep too much tabs on them. They got into the trade here. And then Granuli and Russian just couldn't really rebuild their forces so quickly here. A lot of units coming at them from different angles. You know, you need good, strong production to handle that. It was a good push while it was going, and I think it was a really good hold over here. Especially, I think Smoky Venus played really well this game. Not really much fault on him. Other than maybe like in the T3 stuff, he's a little bit, you know, he got manipulated a little bit to just defend and stay out on his side of the map and stuff, but played really well early T4 in that. But yeah, GG, well played, all involved. If you like the content, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. If you want to get involved in these types of games, you can find our GBG Discord server down below in the description field. The one for the Expanding Fronts mod as well. And if you want to support the channel another way, maybe buy me a coffee, and I'll go for the achievements just to see how that all is, since it's a long game there. I have to mute it though, or I'll get copyright struck for Qui-Gon's funeral. Granuli and Arnie getting the MVPs there, probably to be expected. Though I would say Smokey, probably the real MVP of that team. He held well. And that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.